guess, look, like always, I'm still trying to get used to coming on, going live, and just talking directly with somebody, with everybody that's on here. So I'm still getting used to this, y'all. I guess this is where y'all gonna have to come on in and help a guy out, you know. Let's have a conversation and talk about some of the stuff that we see that's going on in life and stuff, and how important it is to try to be able to handle a lot of this stuff. And I don't know if y'all can hear me. Somebody let me know if you can hear me or not. I know that wind kind of blowing kind of heavy right about now. They say bad weather's coming in. You know, I guess when they talk about bad weather, I guess you near an ocean and you get to see the water rumbling and the power of the wind as it moves. A lot of water. You start to think about like, wow. More different than being here in Georgia. You know, we ain't got no beaches and none of that stuff. Well, Savannah down on that coast, but up there by Atlanta, we ain't got too much of that going on and everything. So, music-wise, I'm still doing the music, y'all. You know, I'm still doing that. Individual TV, enjoy your vacation, much deserved. Coming out of Columbus, Georgia. Yeah, that's my hometown, man. Columbus, Georgia. A long way away from Columbus, Georgia. You know, we think about it. You know, uptown, going to Uptown Wilson, some projects on Uptown. It's an Uptown. If you come from Atlanta, you will come across that part of Columbus before you get to the south side and the mid side and all of that. And it was a great experience. You know, we was one of the original kids that was when we was learning how to walk. We was learning how to walk up some railroad tracks that had rocks and stuff. You know, this is for my people that's from Columbus. You know, if y'all ever been inside Warren Williams, you know Warren Williams got that railroad track that separated everything. So in order for us to get to the store and all of that, we had to kind of cross over that railroad tracks and all of that stuff just to go to Crystal's back in the day. You know, that grocery store always been right there and stuff. But the thing about it was, as kids, we used to play on the railroad track with rocks and stuff. We used to throw rocks at each other, and we was little bad little kids, man. We was some real project kids and stuff. You know, we had a lot of energy and stuff. But now, you know, to be out here on the beach and see ain't nothing but sand, I can't do nothing. I don't think I can hurt nobody with no sand. You know, if I throw some sand at you, ain't gonna do nothing. You know, but throw some railroad rocks at somebody, shit, you gonna hurt them. That's a long way away from that life. A long way away. I get this kind of hard to do because, you know, I don't really be having none of these subject matters to talk about. You know, I don't. By the time I come online with y'all, it ain't too much I really want to get into. You know, I ain't too big on jumping to a lot of other folks' business and stuff. Just coming online and just gossiping, just talking about some stuff that just ain't nobody asked me about. You know, it'd be a different story if I'm here with somebody and y'all interacting. Y'all say, hey, Brian, what you feel about such and such? And, you know, I gave y'all my 2 cents on it. That'll be a different story, but that ain't what's going on right about now. It's just me trying to take advantage of interacting with you all. You know, they say I don't interact with YouTube, but YouTube, they always be in my inbox and stuff and keep saying that, hey, Brian, you gotta interact more. You gotta go live more, sit down and, you know, you can't be one of the big dogs on YouTube if you ain't going live. That's basically what they're trying to tell me. You know, I gotta get my algorithm up. I gotta come on here and interact with the different people. And I salute Individuals TV. Yeah, I salute that, man. They weren't the first person left a comment on it. So they showing some interaction with me, so that's a good thing and stuff. Yeah, it's well, definitely a journey. I guess while I'm here, you know, I might well talk about some street stuff, what I feel about the streets and everything, and you know, we got to fix the education system, man. You know, yeah, we got to fix that, and I'm gonna go to that point because I'm gonna try to have some type of understanding that when people do certain stuff that we know it's retarded. It was because they didn't get the proper education. So I'm gonna try to give them the benefit of the doubt in that area. I'm gonna try and give them the benefit of the doubt in that area that it was an educational situation that, you know, that allowed them to make the bad decision that they made at the time. They didn't exercise the part of the brain that allowed cognitive thinking and remove the emotional thinking and think logically. You know, some of that stuff is just not there in some of my young men and some of my young women, and right now it's leading to a lot of violence in Atlanta. You know, that next generation, they put so much emotions up into their thinking and their thought process that there's no logical cutoff switch. You know, everything has a cutoff switch just in case anything that deals with temperature and goes up high. You know, you want a cutoff switch so that it don't, so that once it reaches a certain temperature, it don't go no further because damages can get done. So that's the problem with having folks think emotionally. You know, you want to think more logically, because think more logically, you're just gonna think deep into something. And if you think deep into something, ain't nothing but good can come up out of it. You know, and you might outthink the people around you, but it's still better than thinking short-sighted. And some of these folks, they crashing out because they think short-sighted. You know, and they've been crashing out, but the problem right about now is they taking out innocent people. You know, they're actually missing their target. So that's what making it kind of bad. It's like, well, I can't say now they are, some of them are hitting their target, but the problem is they're hitting their target, but they're hitting other people too. So you know, I can't say they are getting a little bit better on making sure they're hitting their target. So if y'all one of them guys that been thinking, yeah, I'm gonna do something bad and these jokers gonna shoot everybody around me but me, think I'm gonna get away because you praying on their retarded bad luck. Nah, man, they catching the person they after too, but the problem is they hit 2 or 3 other people that's around them. You know, so now they're turning into mass killers, mass shooters. You know, when we start talking about Taliban and all that other stuff going on and terroristic and stuff, you know, it makes it easy for people to group you into them categories when you start talking about you a mass killer. You know, you got to start looking at stuff like that ahead of the game and stuff. And one thing about that, you don't want to be associated with one of them type of guys and get put into one of them extreme organizations and stuff. Yeah, you don't want to get put into that extreme organization and everything. But I ain't gonna really talk y'all ear off on that issue, man. I can go deep down into that rabbit hole. I just know right now we need to get some education back up into some of these people, man. So if you're around some people, man, some of these young brothers, get some education back up in their lives and get them to understand the importance of respecting their elders. You know, if you can get them back to that part of the game to where they understand the importance of respecting their elders, then we can fix some of these problems. You know, some of these built up anger. I'm mad at the world because society told me that dad should have gave me this, that. This person should have gave me this. And that's what's really going on. You know, people are thinking that people owe them something. You know, that your parents owe you more than this. That they, oh man, you gotta be grateful for what they do give you. You gotta be grateful for it and stuff. They finna go fishing. I'm going fishing tomorrow, y'all. So I want y'all to come back tomorrow. We're gonna go live as I go fishing and stuff. What y'all be catching down there? This y'all first time going? Yeah, it's gonna be my first time going fishing in the ocean too, y'all. See if I can catch me. Come on, y'all, let's walk. See, I want to get a little closer, but I realized that all of this dark gray area is spots where the wind can blow the water back toward this direction and everything. So, I ain't no water person. I ain't no swimming champ. So I don't want to get too close. Can you imagine? Like, would they be having them big old tidal waves on the movies, and they be like the tidal wave be hundreds of feet in the air, then you gotta turn, and then you gotta take off running for your life, and you gotta make it to that building, but the tidal wave maybe about a good 50 yards away. Shit, I can imagine. I know I can only imagine it, but I can say I ain't never gonna see it because before the weather get that bad, I'm gonna get the hell on. I'm gonna take the advice that they gonna say. They be like, hey, something bad for the get ready to come, with winds big enough to make the tidal waves get hundreds of feet in the air. I'm getting the heck on.